What is going on, people? We are skipping the intro today because I want to give you a quick update on what's going on with Solana and if you need to be doing anything right now. So, of course, Solana has seen a move of about roughly 19% over the last 48 hours. And because of this, people are starting to get really bullish that this may be the beginning of the next move all the way back up towards, $26, $27. Now, I'm here to say, hold on a second. Let's just kind of pause a bit and let's look at this from a side of technical analysis, structural analysis, and of course, things of that nature. So when I'm looking at Solana right now, the first couple things I want to pay attention to are what are the chances and the likelihoods that we do actually get this move up here. Well, obviously there are a couple ways to measure that, of course, depending on the levels of resistance that we are seeing ahead of us. Well, currently speaking at $24, we have three major points of resistance that are gonna pretty much act as an obstacle or a test. And if we're capable of clearing that obstacle, then we're in a great position to see some growth. So the first one is gonna be the general trend. What you can see is that as we did start this downtrend, we put in a high here, we put in a high here, and those two highs created a trend. Now, I always say that a trend is not truly established until you touch it for the third time, and this is the point in time in which we do touch it for the third time. So because of that, I now say, okay, now this trend is confirmed. We may see some type of strong rejection to the downside, or at least, a pullback to set some type of higher low to retest it again. Now, not only do we have the general downtrend, but we also have this previous point of resistance, this little level of bearish liquidity sitting directly above us. Now, we're going to go ahead and just turn this red so you know that we need to clear it. So looking at this, one thing you always have to consider are previous points of resistance. Now, you can see that we got a pretty strong capitulative event right here in which the price did fall quite substantially. I mean, we saw a fall from about $25, $24, all the way down to $19 of about 20%. So whenever you see a capitulation of this nature, the high right before that capitulation will always act as a major point of resistance. Now, pretty conveniently, that major point of resistance aligns directly with where we are now while we are also retesting this trend. Now, the final thing that I want to show you in terms of resistance is also this macro Fibonacci level that we are currently sitting at. What you can see is that as we came up towards this $24 level, we also ran into our macro Fibonacci resistance, which is a level that either acts as a barrier or acts as a spring. What I mean by that is that in terms of this retracement, if it's going to act as a barrier, we're usually going to get rejected pretty hard off of it. But if we're capable of breaking through it, it usually acts as a spring that will send us up to a new higher high from the range that created this Fibonacci. So obviously this is a great opportunity if we're able to clear it, but until we're able to clear it, we are at the threat of seeing some type of pullback. So whenever you combine all three of these things here together, you can very clearly see that this $24 level is incredibly important for us to break before we get too far ahead of ourselves. What you have to see is that our 4-hour RSI is already inching towards this 70 level, which does start to imply that a pullback is getting closer. Not here yet, but generally getting closer. And so considering the fact that we are relatively overrun on the RSI, pretty overrun here on the 4-hour Bollinger Bands, as you can see, we are up to the top side already. It tells me that we need to still be quite cautious in this exact moment. So what would I be doing? Well, personally speaking, I'm looking for the clearing of $24.25 before I'm doing any type of accumulation on Solana. If we are capable of breaking and holding above $24.25, that then clears all of these levels of resistance except for this 786 level, but I do like our odds of then being able to see some type of move to the top side. Now, realistically, until we are capable of clearing that 786 level, sitting right around $25, and let's call it $25.12. Once we're capable of clearing $25.12, then we're really good for continuation, and that is usually when we will see a new higher high, which could be some type of move of well over, another 10 to 15% to the top side. So I'm going to level it or layer it in two purchases. The first purchase happens for me once we're capable of breaking this $24.25 level, and then I want to see us break $25.12, and once we're capable of breaking these two, then I will really start to do some accumulation. The reason being is that even if we break out here, we could do something like this, in which we do get maybe a double top at the 618 to 786 level. We come back down to possibly retest this previous point of support and then see continuation. And obviously, if I can get better opportunities to buy down here, well, I'm going to take them instead of just doing a whole bunch of accumulating the moment we break this trend. You need to understand that at this given point, we are not out of the woods yet. We're still in the downtrend and still below massive points of resistance. And until we're capable of clearing that, you shouldn't be doing any massive buying. Now, in terms of the opposite, would I be shorting? I wouldn't be shorting just yet until we were capable of losing $22.25. The reason being is that this is a massive point of support and resistance. We had support here, we had support here, we had support kind of here and here, we had some resistance here and here, and the moment we cleared it, of course, we did shoot up. So typically speaking, when you have a massive point of liquidity like this, the moment that you fall below it, you're going to go for quite a while, and the moment you break above it, you're going to go for quite a while. So even if we do get some type of rejection off of this level, I'm not going to do too much until we lose this $22.25 level to the downside right here, and at that given point, that's whenever I would open up some short trades, expecting a pull as low as maybe like $20 again, okay? So in this little zone, in this little triangle, guys, I really wouldn't be doing too much. Either let it break to the top side and then start looking to go long, or let this pullback break out of the bottom side of that 22.25 level and then start to go short. But until one of those moves happens, doing anything in here is incredibly risky. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on and how you can manage this and prepare for this move and not get drawn into the FOMO. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I will also be offering some free technical analysis in my free newsletter, which is in the description below, if you want access to all of that extra information and content that I do provide. But with that said, I will update you guys tomorrow on what all is going on in the crypto market. So make sure you do subscribe to not miss it, and I will see you all next time. Peace.